In the lead up to GTA 6's launch fastly approaching, we're obviously not only going to be seeing Jason and Lucia's story in single player, but also as well the next iteration of Grand Theft Auto Online. And in this one, it's 10 things we want to see in GTA 6 Online. That's what we're going to be getting into in today's video. If it's your first time coming across the Project Vice YouTube channel, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, so any of your help is greatly appreciated. But other than that, let's get straight into it. Coming in number one, voiced characters. For the longest amount of time, ever since GTA 5 Online launched back in October of 2013, our protagonists, our characters, have been silent. Now, I'm unsure as to why Rockstar made this decision to implement this in the first place when Online did launch. I don't know the specifics in relation to this. However, there have been people on Reddit over many years trying to come up with reasons as to why Rockstar made this decision. It is pretty jarring though over many years with our silent protagonists not being able to utter any words whatsoever, just allowing all the other characters within the world of GTA 5 Online to talk. I can understand from Rockstar's perspective them wanting us to be the character. However, with us being portrayed as the silent protagonist, it doesn't really allow our character to be very expressive considering we can't say anything at all. I think within GTA 6 Online, if somehow Rockstar is able to implement some type of way that we can have dialogue, doesn't have to be too much at all, perhaps maybe some way we can have different types of voice types or something along those lines, I think would be a very good approach. To differentiate these voice types from, perhaps maybe we could have it from different countries as well, such as an Australian accent like myself, American accent, a British accent, something along those lines where maybe Rockstar could implement some type of technology where it could be much more different compared to one character versus another character. Some type of AI implementation could work here. It all just depends on how Rockstar would implement it if that was to occur. With all this being said, there was a leak that did come out last year, and it was a claim made by Legacy Killer HD. Be sure to take all this with a grain of salt. He goes, in relation to Online, a lot of planned and cut content or ideas that didn't go far, like the voiced protagonists in the Online. Now, it's hard to say how much truth is in this. He has been correct on some occasions, but also incorrect on other occasions, so it's hard to necessarily say. But let's just pretend for a moment that there is truth to this and that it was cut. I think for majority of GTA fans, it is a little disappointing, but I think if Rockstar is able to implement a way where it can work, it's going to be much better because our characters are going to be much more customizable, not only in terms of the voice type, but also much more expressive, like I mentioned earlier, but also in addition to this as well, it's going to allow for much more better interactions with other NPCs during these dialogue exchanges. Coming in number two, user-generated content. Now, for those of you that don't know, UGC is content created by users rather than brands. So in this case, us, the fans, creating content rather than Rockstar. And this is one of the things we definitely want to see within the online component in GTA 6, because at the moment within GTA 5 Online, Rockstar have created various playlists and curated them based off the specific type that you want to partake in, whether it is a race, a mission, a deathmatch, anything that you can think of, Rockstar have added in. And in terms of content creation, Rockstar have provided a platform, that being the Rockstar Creator, as you can see here, where you are able to create your own death matches, races, missions, or whatever from scratch. And as you can see, upon entering the Rockstar Creator, there are various amount of different types of things that you can create. For example, creating a race, and you can select the different types of races that you want to do, whether it's a land, air, stunt race, anything along those lines. Rockstar have enabled those options. And once you're done, you can then upload it to the Rockstar Games Social Club, and then other players around the world can download and play your race. Now, whilst this is a pretty good start that Rockstar have implemented this within GTA 5 Online, we want to see much more within 6 Online, where Rockstar can give us a little bit more freedom in terms of creating varied type of content, and hopefully it is much more detailed and in-depth this time around. Now, there was a report that came out mid last year that Rockstar is working on their own user-generated content platform referred to as the Rockstar Online Modding Engine, otherwise known as Rome. An article went on to say reports indicate that a significant number of workers at Rockstar are dedicated to the project, that being Project Rome, with early discussions surfacing just under a year ago from when this article came out. It is speculated that Soundstage, or Rome, may serve as a conversion tool from 5M to the Rockstar Online modding engine. What their new project is exactly about is unsure. We can only speculate that it will be Rockstar's new approach to bringing user-generated content to all its consumers and having control over hosting, assets, and of course, microtransactions. Now, not only did we have that leak come out, but we also had a report coming out last month saying that Rockstar is teaming up with the Roblox and Fortnite creators for GTA 6 Custom World. So based off these reports, it seems like Rockstar is seemingly planning to have their own online modding platform for user-generated content for all of us to utilize and experience for the first time. Now, before we get into the next thing we want to see in GTA 6 Online, if you are tired of getting your mods taken down by big guys in corporate suits such as the evil, greedy Take-Two Interactive, then you should check out Helix. Helix is the ultimate open-world multiplayer sandbox game developed by Hypersonic Labs. It is pretty much like 5M built on Unreal Engine 5. So any of you guys out there that play 5M, this is the game for you. In terms of its features, Helix is completely free to download and play. You can create, mod, and explore RP worlds. And guys, I can assure you this is definitely not a fake game like Paradise whatsoever. These guys developing the game are the real deal. And not just because I'm including this as an advert in this video, but I'm personally pumped to experience Helix. The freedom this game offers, such as true mod support, limitless game modes, and RP, all for absolutely free, is it truly unique, especially within this genre. So are you as eager as I am to get your hands on Helix? Well, sign up for the Helix closed alpha on helixgame.com to be among the first to get access, and join the Helix Discord to get the latest updates. And using my custom link in the description below, it will take you directly there, and you can watch the full Helix reveal trailer there as well. But that, guys, let's get straight back into the video. Coming in number 3, social hubs. One of the things that lacked in GTA 5 Online was the fact that when you are doing things with friends, it is very one-dimensional, whether it be doing various activities, missions, or whatever. You would complete said activity or complete said mission, and then you would go off on your own. Now, I know that Rockstar did introduce the crew system in 2013, in the early days of GTA 5 Online, but there wasn't too many features that had a lot of layers to it, other than just creating a crew, joining a crew, having a crew hierarchy, various activities, bonuses. You can even look at the leaderboards, private and public crews, crew logos. You can create your logo and customize it as well. Now, it might sound like a decent amount of features that Rockstar did include in relation to the crew system. However, I think if Rockstar does include something like perhaps maybe the camp in Red Dead Redemption 2, sort of like a social hub like that, but for online, I think would be good. Someone did actually point this out on the GTA Reddit page, and they go, GTA 6 needs a social hub like the camp in Red Dead Redemption 2. He goes on to say, the amount of hours I spent in the RDR2 camp observing the gang's daily activities, conversating with everyone, and doing chores. If they don't carry this feature over to 6, I'll be disappointed. I can picture a local bar hangout with all your friends and associates that you can see coming and going in the afternoons, offering side activities and great bits of dialogue. Perhaps there'll even be multiple social hubs with different circles of associates like friends, family, and or colleagues. Something like that would be awesome, but another thing I thought of just right now is perhaps maybe you could join together with your friends in your crew, or whatever Rockstar is going to call this next crew-like system in online. And that is perhaps maybe you could chip in all together to purchase a property, or even run a business together, something along those lines where you could actually do things together that would relate to obviously the online component of the game from a business perspective, but also even from a leisure perspective. Something like this could be awesome, where you could do so many more things together in online with your buddies. Another example of a social hub is in NBA 2K, they have the neighborhood, or the city, which they refer to it as, which is the online open world hub where players can interact, play various modes, and progress their My Player character. I don't know how this would work in GTA 6 Online. Perhaps maybe something that Rockstar could implement, something along those lines, utilize that template within this next online iteration. Coming in number 4, houses and mansions. Now, this has been a massive request from a lot of people over the many, many years, ever since GTA Online launched back in the day. The ability to own houses and mansions hasn't been something that has been included in GTA 5 Online. We haven't seen Rockstar implement this within a DLC up until this point. And if we go to GTA 5 for a moment, you can see here with the Dynasty real estate website that's for all the realties in Los Santos and Blaine County, and we view the property listings, all we have that are available to purchase are various amount of garages and apartments. There's nothing whatsoever that indicates where we are able to purchase a mansion or a house. And as you can see here, just scrolling down, it's literally just a bunch of apartments in Los Santos, in or around that area, or on the outskirts, up north, up near Sandy Shores, where there's nothing even there. Imagine the ability to own mansions that we have seen in GTA 5 over the many, many years in Rockford Hills, Vinewood Hills, up near Richmond, even the ones that you have seen on screen at the moment. The ability to actually own these mansions, customize the interior, the exterior of the building, which will mean so much for us as the player. This will mean so much more player freedom, so much more things to do from a creative and content perspective. I mean, how awesome would it have been to own Devin Weston's mansion in the Los Santos County? Like, how sick would that be to actually own his mansion in online? I think a missed opportunity from Rockstar that we weren't able to see this implemented within online. I mean, look how sick this view is even at sunset. It's absolutely insane. I mean, how sick would it be to own something like this in the online component in GTA 6. I mean, from the snippets that we have seen within Trailer 1, if you guys do remember that scene looking over the Venetian Islands, the Venetian Causeway, we do see some mansions spread out, some waterfront mansions spread out across that area. So maybe Rockstar could give us the option to own these mansions and perhaps maybe dock our boats. I know my buddy Cyberboy would absolutely love that.
Boats. I absolutely love boats. One of my main goals over the next few years is to buy a boat and how important boats are.
I'm sure he will love that one. Anyways, guys, coming in number 5, and that is improved character customization. For the longest amount of time, the character creator section in GTA Online has been very, very basic. Some simple features that you can change, obviously your gender, your heritage, your features, appearance, apparel, and to a degree your stats. Now, although that might sound like a decent amount, it's not really too much anyways, and also coupled with the fact that for some reason, why do these characters look so weird? They look like they're from, not even from planet Earth. They look like from a different planet. It's absolutely insane how ugly these characters are. They don't even look human, for God's sake. You can even see the people online back in the day when online launched. You see so many people saying the character creation suite sucks. Hands down the worst character creator for an online. So many people bashing it back in the day, and it never got improved over the many, many years. It stayed the same. Rockstar didn't make any changes to improve it whatsoever. However, the good thing is in GTA 6, and more specifically in relation to 6 Online, it seems like, based off Trailer 1 anyways, that we are going to be able to do much more in terms of customization in relation to our character. It seems like Rockstar have improved this based off what we have already seen. I mean, taking it back to Trailer 1, we can see based off the beach scene with those 3 girls walking along the sand. All 3 of them have different body types. You can see the one on the right a little bit more thicker to a degree. The one in the middle much more skinnier. The one to the left a little bit more different as well. Another example are this couple running along the beach. You can see the guy to the left looking heaps jacked, muscular, and toned. The woman to the right, she's looking very athletic and toned as well. How about these 2 girls lying down on their towels? You can see the girl furthest away with a tattoo on her right upper arm and some braids. So some unique standout features and some more detailed accessories based off this one scene alone. Another example is here with the balcony girl or Lucia, but you can see the detail and the improvements are quite vast. Her hair and the way it moves, it seems like she is wearing acrylics as well. It has some nail polish on. Also her accessories, the way they move, her necklace, the way it moves. Another example, the guy in the white tank top, you can see he has grills on his teeth. Also as well, the necklaces, once again, looking very detailed. Another example here you can see with the Florida Joker, this is probably the most unique one. You can see the tattoos on his face looking so detailed, and also as well, it seems like he has dyed his hair to purple. So as you can see right there, those are a plethora amount of examples that we have already seen within Trailer 1 in terms of improvements made to characters. And most likely the character creation suite in GTA 6 Online is going to be vastly improved upon based off this trailer alone. Real quick, back to the muscular guy running along the beach, something that we have never had in GTA Online or whatsoever, having different body types or anything along those lines. But one thing this does point to is potentially us actually working out and gyms being a part of GTA 6. I'd say this is quite likely because if we go back to the September 22 leaks, there are various clips where Lucia and Jason look completely different. One example, Lucia looking thinner around the waist compared to other clips. Another example, Jason looking much more muscular in one clip, and then another clip looking much more skinnier. Does this point to a weight and muscle system being included to some degree? I'd say that that is quite likely. Not to mention also as well the numerous mentions of gyms. You can also see here down below it goes, there is also a mention of an event called Multi-Gym. Also as well, under the locations, under South Beach, there is a gym listed and a random event in the leaks as well that does show up a dealership repo 3 AM at a gym. So it seems like there are going to be so many improvements made to character customization and hopefully the creation suite as well based off these examples from the September 22 leaks and of course Trailer 1. Coming in number 6, Crossplay. Now this is one of the things that has been a massive request from a lot of people over the many years ever since Crossplay did come about. Now for those of you that don't know what Crossplay is, it's real quick here. It is the ability for players using different gaming hardware like consoles, Xboxes, and PlayStations, as well as PCs or even mobile devices to play the same game together online. Based off official comms from Rockstar, the game is only going to be coming to PS5 and Xbox Series X and S consoles. There is nothing official from Rockstar regarding a PC launch, but you would assume based on previous entries that the PC launch will come about a year or a year and a bit later. Regardless of the fact though, if Rockstar was to implement crossplay within GTA 6 Online, then that would mean regardless of whether you're on PS5 or Xbox Series X or S, you'll be able to play with your buddies online regardless of the console. This is something that we definitely need, a major request from a lot of fans clamoring for this over so many years, so we should be seeing this hopefully within online. Coming in number 7, new sports and activities. Over the many years throughout each GTA iteration, we have had many different types of sports. With GTA 5, Rockstar gave us the option to play various types of sports such as golf, also ability to partake in playing tennis at Michael's house. You can play with Amanda at his estate. Also the option to participate in arm wrestling, as well as darts up in Sandy Shores, and there are many other types of sports and activities that you can do throughout Los Santos and Blaine County. However, there are other many different types of sports and activities that we're unable to participate in, such as going to a gym. As you can see with this example here, heading to Vespucci Beach, you can't even go on any of the gym equipment. It's actually quite sad. I'm sure a lot of you guys that have visited this location, especially when the game did come out back in 2013, we were all very disappointed that we were unable to actually go on any of the equipment and even do like a bench press, a chest dip, a calf raise exercise. It is absolutely so underwhelming. Another one that we weren't able to partake in is basketball. There's so many basketball courts scattered throughout Los Santos, and just walking through them and not being able to pick up a basketball and just ball up, even if it is by yourself or even with some friends online, it is actually really just sad. It sucks so much not being able to do this. The fact that we're able to do it in San Andreas but not in 5 really does suck. So this is something that we definitely want to see return within GTA 6. There was a leak that did come out a while back claiming that a 3v3 basketball mode may be coming to GTA 6, but I guess we'll just have to wait and find out to see if that actually happens. Another one that's featured in GTA 5 but you can't use it is a skateboard park. You can't even bring your skateboard here, go up and down the ramp like Tony Hawk. And the next one here, this is the most depressing one for me. Walking down this soccer pitch or football pitch for my English audience out there, it is just so sad. You can't even just bring a ball and take shots at goal. I mean, how cool would it be just to even do that on your own, but also as well band up together, get some friends online and perhaps maybe do 11v11 or something along those lines, have an actual game. Now, I'd say these are the types of sports and activities that majority of people do want to see to some degree within online. Now, with that being said, these are the current sports and activities based off the September 22 leaks that were in those builds. Obviously, that may be subject to change once the final version does come out. Now, this is obviously nearly 3 years old, so take it all with a grain of salt, but currently we've got dice, golf, fishing, and races. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm not really excited about any of these minus races. I mean, it's pretty much expected for races to return, especially considering obviously vehicles and all of that within Grand Theft Auto is quite prominent. But fishing, dice, and golf we have already seen with previous Rockstar titles, and in my opinion they're just not that interesting, but I guess that is subjective. That's just my opinion. I'm sure a lot of people out there will have differing opinions on that. Coming at number 8, live events. This is something that we definitely need to see within GTA 6 Online. Could you imagine seeing live events, your favorite musician taking a center stage and you as the GTA Online player sitting back and watching the live event? Prime example of how this has already been implemented within a game, and that is Fortnite. If you guys do recall the weekend live event within Fortnite, as well as Eminem and Travis Scott. And there are a plethora amount of other musicians that have featured within these live events within Fortnite, but this is the perfect template that Rockstar can utilize within 6 Online, where we can see live events occur in some fashion. Perhaps it could be pre-recorded to some degree. That was something that Insider and GTA data miner TesFunds2 did point out. He goes on to say what we could have in GTA 6 Online is more pre-recorded musical events that Rockstar could conceal under the identity of being live events. And he goes on to say, for example, Rockstar could bring back Dr. Dre alongside famous music artists in a similar fashion to the Super Bowl show, to have them within a game event that runs within a precise time window on a specific day. You could log in during the event window and visit a stadium in-game to see them performing. An example of this could be the Solar Amphitheater at Bayfront Park in Miami, which we did see within the September 22 leaked footage with Jason. Regardless if it is pre-recorded or not, this is something that Rockstar could definitely implement. Perhaps they could come out with a social media post or just a Rockstar Newswire announcement, something along those lines, saying that, for example, real-life musicians such as popular artists, that being T-Pain, who has claimed to be a part of GTA 6, is going to be appearing within online at this certain time. And if this was to occur, it would only be for a limited time, so you would log into your account online and then you would watch the event and then it would end. If you miss out on it, you miss out. The good thing is we know that nightclubs are going to be featured within GTA 6 based off of the first trailer, and we can see within this scene that there is a DJ playing and a bunch of people dancing about. So this is another way where Rockstar could trigger a live event to occur in-game within this type of venue. Not only in relation to music, but we could perhaps maybe see comedy clubs being featured as live events. A great example of this being implemented within a single player prior in GTA 4 was a comedy club Split Sides located in Star Junction. We saw a couple of comedians doing some stand-up comedy, as you can see Ricky Gervais here on screen. Perhaps you can maybe see some comedians being featured within online. How hilarious would that be, seeing someone like Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock, or another comedian being featured to some degree within the game? This could be another great way Rockstar could implement a live event feature within online. Could you imagine reacting to your buddies online with one of your favorite comedians up on stage? I think that would be absolutely awesome. And it doesn't have to be long and drawn out. It can just be something that you can do with your mate as a pastime. And if done correctly, this could be truly innovative, as we have never seen something along these lines within an online setting. Coming in number 9, online stock market. Now, this is something that has been heavily debated over the many years within the community. There are various pros to this and cons also as well to having something like this featured within online. Now, this was something that was unavailable within 5 online. However, within single player, it was available to the player. But I'm guessing the main reason it hasn't been implemented thus far is because shark cards. If you guys think about it, if there is a functional online stock market, then a lot of people would manipulate the market to make a significant amount of profits whilst investing. Now, whilst this isn't inherently a bad thing, as you can do this in real life, if not implemented properly, this would actually be quite detrimental to Rockstar and Take-Two from a business standpoint. And the reason as to why if something like this was to be included within the game, and if it was implemented poorly, then that would actually mean for Rockstar that they won't make much money from microtransactions post-launch. I'm sure there'll be those people out there still paying for shark cards or whatever Rockstar is going to be calling the next microtransaction within online. Now, I know a lot of you are probably wondering, why does this even matter if Take-Two and Rockstar don't make money post-launch with 6? They're going to sell millions of copies with the game, let alone. But you guys got to understand, this game is planned to be future-proof and to last a very long time. And if Rockstar are to keep DLCs free, as they have been with 5 online, then the only way that they can make money in-game is microtransactions through shark cards or some type of other method. But for us to see post-launch DLCs, new cities, new islands, and a plethora amount of new content, obviously they'll be making money from selling copies of GTA 6, but to make even more money to fund future DLCs and other stuff as well within online, then they would have to have some type of microtransaction to fund that. Now, if we look at some of the ways this could be executed efficiently, there was some discussion online on a Reddit post in relation to this, saying that simple fix, in my opinion, have the stock market be controlled by the game itself and not the players fully. Different updates and events can influence the stock market, and maybe even optional temporary chances to get insider information on certain stocks. Perhaps this could be something that you could do in-game to get this insider information. I don't know how it would work, but this could be a great way. Coming in number 10, better server infrastructure. Currently in GTA Online, Rockstar utilizes a peer-to-peer network, which means that players connect directly to each other instead of relying on a central or dedicated server to host the game. Now, this cheap server infrastructure, whilst it works, it's not necessarily the most safest. It's actually that unsafe that other players can get your IP address by using basic networking monitoring software. It's actually quite scary that hackers can figure out your IP address within a minute. Now, it seems to be that based off Rockstar Games' parent company, Take-Two Interactive, they did file a patent that was titled as a system and method for session management in a multiplayer network gaming environment. Now, even though it doesn't explicitly state that this is for GTA 6, we can assume that based off what is included within this patent, that it only applies to a title like GTA 6 under the Take-Two umbrella. Now, based off what this patent outlines and goes into detail explaining, is that it seems like Rockstar is going to be utilizing the peer-to-peer model within 6 Online again. Now, as hard and as frustrating that is to hear, I'm sure a lot of people would like to see dedicated servers from Rockstar implemented, but it seems like that is not going to be the case. The hope is that with this new peer-to-peer model, that it will be more encrypted and hopefully a better, secure version of it. And we don't have stuff like this happening.
630,139,639. Hello. There what? Oh, nice. Nice, nice. All right. I'll be out there. All right, I gotta go. Now these assholes have swatted my house, so I've gotta go.
But anyways, guys, those were the 10 things we want to see within GTA 6 Online. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Now I want to get your thoughts down in that comment section below. Do you agree? Do you disagree with any of the things that we brought up within this video? Also, one last thing, don't forget to check out Helix and sign up for the Helix closed alpha right now. The link is in the description below and also is the pinned comment. Anyways, guys, if you wanted to enjoy this video and found any informative value, please consider subscribing to the channel. Trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. We're nearly there, so any of your support is greatly appreciated. Make sure to stay safe. Have a great day, and I am out.